feel the feeling, be that feeling, okay? Start living from a place of that feeling, and then the outcome that you desire will be made manifest. That's the correct order of how manifestation works, how creation works. How to manifest. The 5 steps to creating what you actually want. That's what we're talking about today. Welcome to the Unstoppable Woman podcast. Super excited that you're here. Super excited that you're listening. I'm Amira Alvarez. I am the founder and CEO of the Unstoppable Woman. And today I want to talk to you about the condensed version of manifestation. This is like manifestation in a nutshell, 5 steps. Now, first, before we get into the 5 steps, I want to clarify that manifestation is a form of creation. Now, you can create the sort of Newtonian physics kind of way where you do a lot of doing. Okay, there's like physical cause and effect, but we're going to do it in the quantum physics kind of way where you think and you tap into infinite possibilities. Now, in order to do that, you don't have to let go of your rational thinking. These 2 types of creation or ways of looking at the world can coexist. You don't have to throw out the concept of cause and effect when you look at manifestation. Now, we're going to go into that in a lot more detail today, but fundamentally, you need to know that you are first cause. So how you are being is the cause of everything you desire. And that works in the quantum field, and that works in the Newtonian physics field, both. Okay. That being said, what is manifestation? It's creation. It's taking something, a desire, which is in the non-form, so it's not in the 3D physical Newtonian world, into that 3D physical world. And how do you do that? Sometimes you do it and you do it just naturally. You have an idea and you act on it and you get a result. Now, as a business coach, I am often working with my clients on what's the cause of the effect that they desire. Let's say that they want more money, or they want more clients, or they want more free time. And there are particular causes to that, like better marketing, more prospecting, understanding how to do sales, understanding offer development, how to hire a team, how to delegate, how to lead, how to set your goals and achieve them. All of these things are really key components to scaling your business. And if you don't understand that those are actually required, then you won't scale your business. So where does the manifestation magic come in that place? Well, as you'll get a taste of when I walk you through the 5 steps, it's about understanding how to make that easier, how to step into a state of beingness that allows you to do the things and act so that it feels miraculous, but you understand that you did something on the Newtonian plane and you did something on the quantum plane as well to create. And when you understand that you need both, it becomes really sexy and fun and enlivening, and you have a lot of play with it. You have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so manifestation is a fancy word for creating through your mental processes, but it does not relate to the physical world. Okay, you need both. And really, the thing that you have to understand is that there is an order to the universe, and there's an order to creating in this way. And these 5 steps will help you understand what the order is. And when you get into disordered thinking or a disordered way of being, what to do about it. Okay. So, first step, you have to know what you want. Okay. A lot of people get hung up on this. It's surprising, but it's true. We have been trained through much of our lives to distrust our own desires and to say that they're not right or good or that we can't have them, so we push them away, all these things. So the first step is you have to understand what you desire, what you want, okay? Second step, you have to understand what's underneath this. Let's say you want money, okay? Or let's say you want new clients. What's underneath that? Well, you want to make more money. You want to help more people, all of that. Let's say it's money that you're after. Okay, so you want to make more money. Well, what would that give you? Why do you really want that? Do you want money for money's sake? No, you probably want it to buy things and it because it's currency, it's how we exchange value in this world. So what would it give you if you had money? Well, if you're struggling, it would probably give you relief. It would probably be really such a huge relief that you were no longer worried about paying your bills or worried about how you were going to pay your team or worried about paying your rent or your mortgage or sending your kid to college or whatever it is. So what you really want is relief. Huh. Oh, look at that. Okay. Well, what would relief give you? Because there's probably something underneath that. And probably what you want underneath that is like calm and peace and a deep sense of security, of knowing that you're secure in this world and everything is going to be okay. And you want to feel that when you feel secure, you feel connected and you feel like in that oneness with the world, that you feel that love again. Okay. So then you know what that would give you. And that is a feeling. That is a feeling. Okay. So what do you want? That's the thing, the desire. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's better health. Maybe it's for your freaking headache to go away. Maybe it's to make more money, right? We're talking about manifestation across the board here. Maybe it's hiring that perfect marketing director or that perfect assistant, right? Or maybe it's finding the perfect personal trainer, whatever it is that you're after. We have a lot of wants and desires. Own it, okay? What would that give you is the next step, is step 2. What is the feeling that having that which you desire would give you? So you have to identify what you desire and you have to identify the feeling that it would give you. If you want to master your business, you must master your mindset first. Our next, the 7 Laws to 7 Figures Summit, is designed to help you do just that. This November, in just 3 days, I am going to be giving you a roadmap of exactly what you need to do to dramatically increase your income and achieve the freedom that you desire without burnout. Podcast listeners, you can save big by visiting theunstoppablewoman.com/breakthrough to grab your super early bird ticket today and save $800. You better hurry while the offer is still available. Bye for now, and I'll see you at the summit. The third step is to be that feeling, to actually be that feeling. Now, how can you be that feeling if you aren't experiencing the desire yet? So how can you be the feeling of security and connectedness and love when you're in worry and doubt and anxiety about making money? How can you just flip a switch like that? And here's the thing. This is the wrong order. Most people think I have to get the money in order to feel the connectedness, the security, that deep sense of security, that deep sense of being all right in this world and connected and calm and peaceful. Most people think that they have to get the money first and then they'll feel that way. When in fact, you need to feel that way first in order to receive the money. So that could be worthiness that's at play. That could be confidence, all sorts of things. So you need to feel the feeling, be that feeling, okay? Start living from a place of that feeling, and then the outcome that you desire will be made manifest. That's the correct order of how manifestation works, how creation works. Okay, so how do you do that, right? That is the big $65 million question right there. How do you be that feeling? So there's a few steps involved here, and there's like nuances and discernment and lots to go into around this. The primary two places that I want you to look at, though, is the power of your imagination. It's one of the mental faculties that you have that sets you apart from any other creature on this planet. Human beings have the ability to imagine. And you can imagine the future or you can imagine the past. Which are you going to imagine? Okay? Imagining the past is thinking that what has come before is what's going to come next. Now you might think, well, isn't that predictive? Only if you continue to think that way. If that were true, nothing would change in this world. And yet we see change all the time. Now, you might not be changing as quickly as you would like, but that's because you're attached to the past. So you must release the past and imagine a better future. And that imagination, that power of imagination is, you need to connect that future vision with the feeling that you would have if you achieve what you want, receive what you want. Achieve and receive from that place in the future, in your imagination, you are achieving and receiving that. Now, here's the rub. Your mind doesn't actually know, your being state doesn't actually know that you're imagining it in the future. So even though you can intellectually say, okay, I'm imagining this happening in the future, you're actually feeling it in the now. Because everything happens in the now. Everything happens in the present. So that imagination is happening now. And if you're saying, well, I don't know how having money would make me feel, go back to the questions that I asked previously. What would that give you? Why do you want that? What would that give you? And go deep until you get to that feeling. Okay, and you know that feeling, okay? Like if you're saying, I want to let go of 30 pounds and I don't know what being 30 pounds lighter would feel like, then you have to ask yourself, well, what would having 30 pounds do for me? And why is that important? And why is that important? And ultimately, when you keep digging there, you will get to a feeling and you know that feeling, okay? So then you imagine that feeling, imagine that state, imagine your desire achieved, okay? Your will be done, if you will. And you release your attachments to the old patterns in the old past, okay? Now this oftentimes requires changing your brain state. That's a bigger conversation than we have time for right now. However, that's about relaxing into it. That's about meditation. That could be about binaural beats. That could be about taking a walk or a run where you're going left, right, crossing the two sides of your brain and making those connections. It can be very powerful. Okay, so that's step number 3. You need to be that feeling. Step 4 is a continuous connection with that feeling. So you don't just feel it once, but you continue it. You continue to connect to it and be that feeling. Now, this is a state that you have to be in. And it requires that you use your will, your power to focus, not to go back to the old conditioned thinking, not to go back to the past way of you being, and hold the expectation of the good that you desire being made manifest. Okay? So what might this look like? Let's say you have a headache and you wish the headache would go away, and you want the headache to go away because it would, create relief, and that's a sense of openness and possibility and ability to do things, and you're like, oh, yeah, I would have energy then. Okay, so then your mind goes back, and you're connected to it, and you're holding that beingness feeling and state, that vibration, and then you feel your headache again, and you're like, oh, look at that, I got this headache, right? And you go back into it, and that's where you need to use your will and go, oh wait, that's the past. That's the past. I don't have to stay connected. That's just what I felt a moment before, but I don't have to feel that now. Okay? So you could say that, like, sometimes I will just name it. That's just the past. Like that doubt that's coming through, that fear, that pain, that reflection that it's not working. That's just conditioning. Okay, that's just conditioning. That's just the past. I don't do doubt. That's one of the memes that we have, that I share with my clients and the women who come to the summit. That I don't do doubt. That's not me. I used to, but that's not me right now. That's the past. That's the past. So this step is all about the continuous expectation that the good that you desire will be made manifest. Okay? So you have to expect it to happen and not go back to, well, before, every time I've tried this, it's been like, it hasn't worked. Every time I do this, it doesn't work. And there's all sorts of ways that people say that. They come up with different ways. I always get disappointed. This is happening again. Oh my God, it's happening again. And you start cycling on the negative, continuing on and on and on. So you have to use your ability to choose, your will, to go back to, like, staying in that state of being that you really is what you truly want, that feeling. Okay. Then step number 5 is being open to the new, the unexpected, and acting on the opportunities, the new ideas that come to you. So step 5 is being open and acting. So you need to stay open to the new opportunities, the new ideas that come to you. Because if you're stuck in the past, you're going to get the same ideas, the same solutions. You're not going to be open to something new. But when you are in a being state of what you desire, you are then at the vibration and frequency of what you desire. And then new ideas, new ways of being, new things you can do come to you. You're open to them because you're in that vibrational state, rather than closing off and going back into the past, back into the conditioned way of being. And then you need to act on those new ideas, okay? Those new opportunities. Now, sometimes those new ideas and new opportunities come in the form of what your coach just told you to do. Oh, I'm resistant to that because it doesn't sync up with my old past story. But hey, this is a new idea. This is a new opportunity. I'm going to act on it and see what happens with good faith and good energy from that being state. So you're not going to act on it with resentment and frustration and a sense of doom or bitterness or it never works, because that puts you back into your past, and you'll get the same things you've always gotten. It puts you back into your conditioned thinking. So instead, you have to act on it with this new feeling state that you are conjuring and connected to, and you're staying in continuous expectation of the good that you desire, of that feeling. So now what? Now, where else might those ideas come from? They might come from the divine, okay? They might come from the universe, infinite intelligence. Have you ever gotten a brainstorm, a divine download, a great idea, and then immediately you discount it? That's where you have to do it differently. When you get that interesting idea, instead of saying, "Oh, that's crazy, I could never do that," you act on that. And you, the most miraculous things in my life have happened when I was like, "That's crazy, I can't do that," and I was like, "Oh, look at that," and I did it anyway. And this is the way miracles happen. You need to stay open to the new opportunities and act on them. So it might come through another person. It might come through a book that you're reading. It could come through this podcast. Something clicks for you and you get an idea. You need to act on it. Okay? Now, not all ideas or inspirations need to be new ones for you to create a miracle. So oftentimes, and let's connect this back to the Newtonian world, that there's a cause and effect in business. If you want to make more money, you need to provide great service and get that service in front of great people and make great sales to those great people, and then provide them that great service. So you might need to do more marketing, and you might already know that idea, that concept, but you're not acting on it, but it just just came back into your mind. You want to act on that, because remember the adage, first a feather, then a brick, then a Mack truck, right? So that little oh yeah, I need to do that. Oh yeah, that's right, I need to do that. It's stuff that you already know that you're not acting on. So you need to pay attention to those little whispers, those little feathers that are tickling you, and not reject them, but act on them. So stay open. In summary, the 5 steps are: what do you want? Know your desire. What would be the feeling of that desire? How would you feel having that good manifest in your life? And then continuously imagine and feel that, releasing the past. Okay, so be that feeling. What do you want? What is the feeling? Be that feeling is number 3. And then stay continuously connected to it with that expectation that it's happening and happening now. And then be open and act on the new opportunities and ideas that come your way. And when you do this, you become the change. Okay, you actually are the change. So as Gandhi said, be the change, right? Be the change you want to see in this world. You have to become that which you want to make manifest. And that's the order of the way creation works. Okay, with that, rock it out, be unstoppable, and I'll catch you in the next episode.